Yo YouTubers, what is up? Today I bring to you another video unboxing review. As you can see, we have Mortal Kombat classic Shao Kahn, Emperor of Outworld. I'm super excited to get this statue. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat and love the classic line, and he looks fantastic in pictures. This is the bloody exclusive. I have number 77 of 150. So let's go ahead and open up this bad boy and see what's up. Of course, I got my gloves here that PCS likes to include. Those are always too small for my hands, so I won't even fickle with it. Nice thing is they went from tape to styrofoam, so I don't need to get my knife to cut the tape. I always did tape. I much prefer the whole styrofoam. So much better, more secure, stronger. So this is limited to 150. It is sold out. There's only one other classic statue that is going to happen after this, and that's the Cyborgs. Nothing else has been put on pre-order, just MKX and then the 1/3. Unless you want to consider Reptile Classic. I mean, that's a 1/3 though, so it's like a separate line. See how much easier that was? Boom. Shao Kahn in all his glory. Alrighty, base not too big. Nice and heavy though. They like to make these bases pretty heavy. So on the bottom, as you can see, 77 of 150, Shao Kahn bloody exclusive. For sake of argument, I'm going to try their white gloves. You can probably see behind me my half-scale Wonder Woman. I'm still uploading that video, finishing it up. Alright. Trying on the gloves. Shao looks awesome though. Alright. Not too many parts. So it's been a long time since I've had a PCS statue. They've recently changed ownerships. They got some new owners. Jerry Macaluso is no longer the owner of Pop Culture Shock. However, he's still a sculptor, so he still does work for them as a sculptor. You know, and he's one of the best sculptors in the industry, so it's definitely a good thing that they kept him on board. So here's the bloody exclusive. Now, I think the blood looks better in person than I've seen. I think that looks pretty good. Look how big that is. So go ahead and attach that. Magnet's decently strong. Next, so he comes with two heads. That's one part of the exclusive. He comes with an unmasked and a masked head. So I'll go ahead and show that to you. So here is the unmasked head. I've never been a huge fan of his unmasked head. You know, I have the MK9 statue and I've never even displayed it. Like, I displayed it like once. You know, so there you can see it. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. However, he is so much more ruthless and cool looking with his... So I'm just going to keep this actually inside the baggie and then put it in my shelf where I keep my extra parts. Keep them in the bags so to prevent dust. But he's just so much cooler with his helmet on. So let's get that out. So this does have a light up function in it. So let's see. And it already lights up like that. So that goes like that. This mask is separate. And that just magnetized like that. Boom. There he is. Done. Super, super sick. All right, let's set him up in the MK statue room and see what it's all about. All right, everyone, let's get to the video review of Shao Kahn. Now, first, I want to go ahead and just do some comparisons. Here's a comparison versus classic Raiden, MK9 Shao Kahn, and then the MKX. So Shao Kahn is clearly the winner, well, in regards to size. You know, he's much bigger than the older Shao Kahn. The older Shao Kahn is in more of a bent pose, but you can see the girth and thickness as well as the size of the hammer. The classic hammer is way effing bigger. And it definitely pops more, you know, the whole statue paint job, skin tone, you know, this is what PCS has really, you know, developed over the last several years. MK9 Shao Kahn was many, many years ago. You know, that was my first MK statue I got. And here we are, 4 years later of collecting. Shao Kahn Classic, much bigger, bolder, mixed media, super vibrant, absolutely amazing. So let's get on with this video review. As you can see, the size comparison here of Shao Kahn next to the other MK statues. He is an absolute beast. All right, so let's check out Shao Kahn. Now, here he is. Looks awesome. Base, not too big. It's same as all the other bases. Classic black with a little tear here. It's okay. Not my preference. I'm always a much bigger fan of the environmental bases like an MKX. Those bases are amazing. So I wish the classic was like that, but it's not. This is what they're going with, so at least they all match. You know, you can definitely tell they're all part of the same line. Now, his MK Classic outfit is much more simplistic than the MK9. So, you know, he just has black feet, nothing special. These shin guards, so you can see here, pretty cool, like the paint effect on the like bones that are sticking out. This is real leather mixed media back here in his leg. Skin tone looks really good. The texturing and the muscle details really good. This is mixed media, which is pretty cool. You know, considering the way they did that. It seems like it's leather with some sort of other thing attached on the front. These little gold things. Looks great. And then mixed media right here, here. Mixed media all over. PCS is a master at mixed media. And Jerry Macaluso, the sculptor of this statue, is a master at human anatomy. You know, the sculpt and the muscle detail looks incredible. You know, Shao Kahn is the Emperor of Outworld. He needs to be big, buff, ripped, and just empowering. And that's exactly what this statue is. His arms look like Jay Cutler's arms. You know, he looks like a frickin' bodybuilder on steroids that's wearing super cool armor, holding a massive hammer. You know, this hammer, you know, as you can see, is frickin' massive. I love how big they did it. And I actually really like the paint on mine. I think it has a nice gloss look, like you just smashed someone's face off. The MK logo looks good. You know, I like the bloody exclusive, and I'm glad I got it. You know, it's limited to 150, and I think it looks pretty good. You know, I don't feel I need to touch up anything. It looks great. And I love the pose. It's very imposing. You know, just the hand on the shoulder and then holding the hammer out. You know, he's just like, it's like he just stood up from his throne watching a tournament and grabbed his hammer. And he's about to go in and kill Kung Lao. So I really like the pose. I'm definitely happy they chose this pose effect. I would love if it had a switch out arm instead of the hammer to do the double hand on the hip. But might be a big seam if they did that. So that's probably why they did not. Now onto the face. Looks awesome. Really, really awesome. The eyes look great. See, you know, this is obviously the two parts. I really like the muscle detail on this, you know, all the vein effect. I remember seeing pictures of Jerry sculpting this. He did a really good job. Props to you, Jerry, if you ever watch this video. Alright, let's check out the light up feature now in Shao Kahn. So you basically remove this as you saw me earlier and press a button. I wish you could like press in on this or touch activated, but it isn't, so it is what it is. It's still a cool feature. Let's check it out now. Alright, here's the light up. I'm going to turn off my main light so you can see it better. Alright. Boom. There it is. Pretty freaking awesome. Now let's turn on Raiden's light so you can see. There they are. Pretty freaking cool. Now Raiden's, you just press a button on the back, which is kind of nice. Boom. Shao's, you have to take off the helmet. And I hate removing parts to turn a light up on. It really does make me use it less. I'll probably use it now and maybe like a few times in the future, but I won't use it often just because of that. My favorite is when it's actually wired into the statue. Sort of like the 1/3 they have to plug in. The reason I say that, check this out. Got my remote. Press number 3. Boom, you see that? Both light up features just turned on and my cabinet lighting. So I wish all statues did that. I'd run out of plugins, but I like the option for both battery and plug-in. But let's go ahead and finish our video review of Shao Kahn. Now, I believe you might be able to get the regular exclusive of him, which is just the clean hammer version. You still get this light up eye head and then the unmasked head. So check out Pop Culture Shock Toys website. Yeah, I love the look of the face with the eyes and the light up. It looks super cool. Magnet's definitely pretty strong for holding that helmet as well as the arms, so I don't really have worries of that falling out. However, if I was to transport this statue like I did earlier, I would recommend taking out that hammer. You don't want to bump that thing off and break it. It's long and heavy, so it could definitely break. So you definitely want to be careful with that. Let's check out the other head now. Alright, so here is Shao Kahn with the unmasked head. Now, it looks alright. If you were to ever buy doubles of this statue, at least you have 2 display options. But I much prefer the masked head, and that's how I'll pretty much always display it. I still like having the option. It's still pretty cool, but to me, Shao Kahn is that. That is Shao Kahn. I don't think I've ever seen him unmasked besides the movie Annihilation. In the video game, I don't think I ever saw it. So, no, I'm always a big fan of this look. That is Shao Kahn. It looks so cool. Definitely a huge fan of this statue. I think it was like, if price is correct, like 400 something for this statue. And it's definitely a big statue, as you can see. He's 22 inches tall, standing up straight. Where most statues 1/4 are like 20 to 22 inches with a big base. He's 22 without a big base. Just a very simple, like 1-inch base. So definitely incredibly cool. Let's, I'd highly recommend getting this statue, especially if you're into Mortal Kombat, collecting the classic. This is an absolute must. You literally have to have this. So I'm definitely very happy I got it. So the next classic are going to go down there. The Cyborgs, Sector and Smoke on the left, Smoke on the right, and then obviously 1/3 Reptile. It will go right there, and then MKX, the new shelf. We get the bus. Get Sub-Zero bus actually really soon. So let's check out the full display so far. This is my MK9 section, which I absolutely love. Still my favorite MK game. And then the classic is all in the middle. Looks super cool. It's coming along great. I remember when there was just the 4 ninjas, which took like 2.5 years to release. And now we got so many more. Shao Kahn's definitely one of my favorite. Him, Goro, Kentaro, Raiden. They're all so cool. Now, I'm definitely a huge MK fan, and I love these statues. So I can't wait to get the Sub-Zero bust. Should be shipping any day now. They just got it in stock, and then Scorpion bus is shipping. it's like a dream come true for me because I've wanted them so long. Ever since I saw them in person, the Scorpion bust blew my mind. Those busts are absolutely incredible. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, or like and subscribe, and join the PCS collector group on Facebook if you haven't. Pop Culture Shock collectible group, something like that. But see you guys next time.